Hi folks, and welcome back to another Travels of Red Rover. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Corinne.
And what is this beautiful forest we're sitting in here today, Corinne?
Well, today we are at the north rim of the Grand Canyon.
It's a beautiful spot. We're up here to do a little night photography and a little landscape photography.
Yes, we're going to start with a walk out to Bright Angel Point from the Grand Canyon Lodge that's on the north rim. And if the weather conditions look good, we will stay out there past the twilight, which is about an hour, and then we should be able to see the Milky Way.
So that's our first plan. And then our second plan is to come out to Cape Royal and do exactly the same thing. Go out for a landscape shoot and hopefully afterwards to do a lovely shoot with the Milky Way.
Yep, so hopefully conditions will be good. The weather predictions are good, but we are seeing a little bit of haze in the sky, so we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully that dissipates as the evening comes on and we get pretty clear skies. So it's about 45 minutes before sunset, and Corinne and I are set up right at the very end of the Bright Angel Point. And unlike the other times that we've been here, this is late summer, and the sun is much further to the north. So it is way over that way, and it doesn't quite light up the valley as we like, but right now it's got some lovely shadows and bright spots, so we're taking advantage of that while we wait for sunset. The sun is about to go down, and we're just now being able to photograph the top of the peaks with the actual valley itself. Still got the 3-stop ND filter in, and that's really enhancing the whole valley now, which is really what we wanted to capture.
This evening we have come out to Cape Royal on the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and Shawn and I have set up in some different locations. I'm further to the west and looking at a very large rock formation out to the south. Shawn's a little bit more to the east and probably getting some different compositions over there. Right now we're seeing a lot of haze in the canyon, so the visibility is not great, and that may stick around for sunset, so it's potentially not going to make the views quite so attractive, but we're going to take a few shots and see if maybe in post-processing we can get rid of a little of the haze. I'm using this view out here to this large rock formation that's a little bit to the southwest, and the sun is just setting off to the right. We're probably about 20 minutes from sunset, and things are glowing nicely down there on that rock face, but you can't see much of the rocks leading away from it or any of the features over to the south rim. So Shawn, how was your sunset photography tonight at Cape Royal?
Well, it was okay. I decided to ignore the sunny side and went over onto the shadowed side, over on a cliff overhang over that way. And it shoots an area that's a little bit more in shade, or not quite so intensely lit, which seemed to be really, really nice, because I was able to get some definition down in the valley and have it fade away into the mist. So tried to use the mist as a sort of an atmospheric element, as opposed to something that was making me crazy. And that seemed to work okay. The color in the sky and the color on the light on the rocks was a little bit odd, and I'm going to have to fix that later, I think. I tried to play around with my settings a little bit to see if I could get a better white balance, but I don't really think I did. So we'll just have to see how that turns out later on when I put the photographs together. Other than that, it was fine. It wasn't a great evening.
Well, it's close to the end of civil sunset, and we're waiting for the nautical sunset to finish up. We're hoping we might see a little Milky Way.
That's the plan anyway. It's just getting just about too dark to actually video at this point, but hopefully we'll be able to see it in a few minutes. It is very, very hazy out there, so it may be a bit of a challenge.
We've got a few planets up overhead, but so far no stars. Well, we had a nice evening out at Cape Royal. Unfortunately, we weren't able to film too much because there were lots of other photographers there, and we didn't think we'd make their evening pleasant if we were talking loud into a video camera.
But the big problem was it was a dark, dark sky last night, so any light at all would have disturbed their photography. So we didn't want to put a little panel light on so that you could actually see us talking. So we decided to just leave the video gear in the bag.
We had an interesting time because although it was really hazy at sunset, we think it was smoke from the west, it allowed us to still get some Milky Way captures.
Yeah, as it turns out, the smoke either dissipated a little or it was enhancing for the Milky Way. Although the Milky Way looks a little odd, looks a little different, probably because of the smoke and haze. It was an interesting evening because I don't think I've ever seen the Milky Way look quite like that.
We didn't get any lighting in the canyon, looking down into the Grand Canyon, because there was no moon last night. We may try and see if we can match up one of our blue hour pictures with the Milky Way and potentially share a composite picture. But we were a little thwarted in that effort because our app Photo Pills kind of had us predicting the Milky Way a little further to the right, so those may not line up with our blue hour pictures.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing. It might possibly be due to a lack of calibration in my camera, or not my camera, in my iPhone, because I've been having problems calibrating the compass. However, there were several other photographers there last night, all using photo pills, and we all predicted the location of the Milky Way in the wrong spot. So that was kind of an interesting phenomenon. So it may or may not be my iPhone, but or the calibration of the compass in my iPhone. It just may be one of those nights where it glitched.
Anyway, we hope you'll enjoy taking a look at these Milky Way photos, and we sure enjoyed being out there, and it was a wonderful, nice evening.
Yeah, one of the things that we haven't mentioned that really can make an evening like this, and that is that the weather was just gorgeous. I mean, it was almost shirt sleeve and shorts weather for shooting night photography, and that's always wonderful.
And no bugs.
And no bugs, and a gentle breeze. So everything, all the conditions were great to be out there last night. Hi folks, well we sure hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, we'd sure appreciate it if you gave us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more of our videos, we hope you'll consider subscribing. We appreciate everyone who has subscribed. Thank you very much.
And if you'd like to keep track of us and know when we release videos, hit that little bell button down below.
And as always, we love to hear from you. So if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, we sure hope you'll put it in the comment section below.
And until next week, bye for now.
Bye for now.